Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillahi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala amma ba'd. Qala Allah ta'ala fi kitabil kareem kitabun anzalnahu ilayka mubarakun liyadabbaru ayatihi wa liyatadhakkara ulul albab. Dear brothers, I would like to share with you some views in relation to tadabbur in Quran. First of all, tadabbur is different from tafsir. Tafsir is explanation of the text, but tadabbur is an activity which comes after the text is understood. It is to stay and to live with the text, to imagine what the text intends to seek the wisdom and light which is behind or inside the text. It was stated that Umar had spent 12 years in understanding Surah Baqarah. It was not tafsir because the text of the Quran was clear to him. In fact, it was tadabbur. Also, his son Abdullah spent 8 years in tadabbur of Surah Baqarah. It does not mean that they could not spare time to understand whole book. But what I understand is that they had two parallel tasks. One is tadabbur in whole book, and second is the more focused tadabbur in certain part. But the more important question is that where is the output of tadabbur of Umar and his son and all of the companions? Certainly, Umar got a lot of wisdom and enlightenment from Surah Baqarah during his journey of tadabbur, which took 12 years. But why he and others did not save and did not arrange to save that treasury of wisdom for the coming generations? As I understand, it is because they knew that each generation should perform its tadabbur by itself. Every generation had its own problems, its own needs, and its own circumstances. So the requirement of tadabbur of each generation must be filled up by itself. Tadabbur of one generation may help the other generation for some extent, but it will not be sufficient. No generation can depend in terms of tadabbur on any generation. Likewise, tadabbur is the responsibility of every person. Scholars declare that someone may have an excuse to not be a mufassir and to not do tafsir because he does not have the required eligibility, but no excuse for not performing tadabbur is there. Reading of books written for the purpose of tafsir or tadabbur is not an alternate of tadabbur in Quran. All such books are like traveler stories, which is not like traveling by yourself. Somebody can get help and benefit by reading them, and sharing experience is always appreciated. But after all, he has to undertake the journey by himself. Some scholars suggest to not start with tafsir but to perform tadabbur by yourself with the help of Arabic dictionaries and try to get the meaning by yourself. And after that, look into tafsir books and compare your meaning by there. You may commit mistakes in the beginning of this process, but the end result will be in your favor. The logic behind this is that you should not have a preset mind at the time of tadabbur which governs you, because in whole process of tadabbur, the governing status should be only for Quran. No other reference should govern that process. A very important thing in process of tadabbur is to believe that every sentence of Quran has a lot of meaning and wisdom, and hence need a long stay. For example, The story of cow in Surah Baqarah comprises of few questions of people of Musa and answer of the same by Allah. Generally we say that those people were arguing instead of obeying, and for that reason Allah made for them the task difficult. And it is said that don't ask so much details, otherwise you will be in trouble like them. However, I think that their question may be nonsense, but the answers from Allah must have a lot of wisdom. When I stayed there, I found that in these answers there is a major guidance about the standard of sacrifice. It is not specifically for those people. It is also for us. If we are going to devote something for Allah, it should be as per that standard. Also in the story of Dhul-Qarnain, it is not only a brief history of a ruler, but a description of a welfare system of rule and description of a global welfare program. In short, every story in Quran is not merely a story, but a treasury of wisdom. I agree with Irfan Khan that when we start journey, we need for certain tools like dictionaries to understand the text. But when we enter into the universe of Quran, we will get new tools from there, and those tools will be more important for us than the tools used for ordinary text. There are discussions about Quran that all words of Quran are qat'iyud dalala, I mean definite meaning, or some of them are dhanniyud dalala, I mean possible meaning. In my opinion, this discussion is irrelevant in respect of Quran, because Quran is not an ordinary text which may be classified into two categories. It is book for tadabbur, wherein the discoveries will continue. It is not like a roof which may be measured by one side and with ordinary tools. It is like a sky of universe where every day a new star will be discovered. I agree with Allama Farai that the true reason of revealing of any verse, I mean Sababun Nuzul, should be discovered from the Quran itself, because in many times external reason becomes a barrier in understanding the real direction of the text, and sometimes even if it has a strong sanad. The habit of Quran also has a very important role in tadabbur. For example, Quran says, وَهَدَيْنَاهُ السَّبِيلَ إِمَّا شَاكِرًا وَإِمَّا كَفُورًا. Many people explain that Allah has guided to both ways, i.e. way of shukr and way of kufr. But when we go through the Quran, we see that Quran used the word of hidayah and word of sabil many times, but he never used hidayah to guide towards kufr, and also he never used sabil but only for way of iman. It means the meaning of the above verse is that Allah has guided the human towards the way of iman. Now he has two options, either to thank Allah or to deny this great blessing. Also in the verse وَهَدَيْنَاهُ النَّجْدَيْنِ, the meaning is not the two ways, i.e. the way of kufr and way of Islam as generally mentioned, but the meaning of Najdain is what has been mentioned after that, i.e. tawasi bil khair and tawasi bil marhama, wa tawasi bis sabr wa tawasaw bis sabri wa tawasaw bil marhama. I mean tawasi bis sabr and tawasi bil marhama. Advise each of us to perform sabr and to perform marhama, I mean charity, because najd is the way which leads to height, not to down, And hidayah, as we mentioned, is not used for guiding towards kufr. One more thing, important thing is that our approach should be based on greatness of prophets. We should not accept any meaning which is contrary to their great status. For example, we should not say that Yusuf alayhi salam also had stepped towards committing the sin like the wife of Aziz, even if it is stated in books like Tabari that this is opinion of Sahaba and Tabi'in. One more thing is that we should not be afraid to adopt a meaning which is not told to be opinion of any previous scholar, because every opinion has not arrived to us. Because every opinion of every person has not arrived to us, and sometimes what arrived to us is not in fact their opinion. For example, in the above mentioned event related to Yusuf, what has been told to be the opinion of Sahaba and Tabi'in in fact was not their opinion, and their real opinion did not arrive to us. So we should not hesitate if we arrive to a meaning which we feel that it is more suitable in light of Quran, but at the same time is not supported by all differences and sometimes contrary to those references. There is an internal barrier which stops people from performing tadabbur. It is a fear of committing mistake, and it is a feeling of not maintaining the criteria required for tadabbur. But this is not correct. Ibn Hubayra rightly said that Shaitan knows that if somebody performs tadabbur, he will surely get the right path. So it creates a feeling of fear that this is very dangerous to do tadabbur in Quran, and better to take care and not indulge in such dangerous tasks. This is only Shaitan trick to keep the people from Quran. We should believe that if anybody enters into the world of Quran seeking truth and right path, he will not miss the track. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.